I just thought about it. I'm gonna pick him up. I'm gonna slam him. I'm gonna let him get back up. Then I'm gonna hit him. How about that?
It wasn't my fucking fault.
Well,
The goddamn cameraman.
it's owned you. Nigga, I don't want you no more.
Yeah, if this was anybody other than Rampage Jackson's son, I don't think there'd be any empathy here at all.
Dog gotta go lay down. You gotta go to prison, bro.
How far can fame actually protect you when the truth comes out? That's the question everyone is asking after the shocking downfall of Raja Jackson, the son of UFC legend Rampage Jackson. What was supposed to be just another fight night, streamed live for fans around the world, turned into a scandal that has shaken the MMA community and sparked outrage across social media. Raja wasn't just another fighter on the card. He was carrying the weight of his father's name, the pressure of living up to a family legacy, and the spotlight of fans who expected him to follow in Rampage's footsteps. But instead of glory, what unfolded was reckless, violent, and possibly career-ending. Now, Raja faces not just the wrath of fans, but also the reality of the courtroom. And as much as his family and the event organizers have tried to sweep things under the rug, it's becoming harder to ignore the truth. Because what people are discovering is that this story isn't just about a fight gone wrong. It's about privilege, power, and how far people will go to avoid consequences. The question is, can Raja escape the storm? Or is this the end of his career before it ever truly began? The drama began during a live-streamed boxing event that was supposed to showcase young talent. Instead, it became infamous for Raja Jackson's reckless actions. According to witnesses and countless clips circulating online, Raja's behavior crossed a line that shocked even seasoned fight fans. After his opponent was already visibly dazed, Raja allegedly continued attacking long after it was necessary, leaving viewers horrified. The live chat exploded. Fans screamed at their screens, and within hours, the footage was everywhere. For many, it wasn't just an aggressive moment inside the ring. It looked like an assault happening in plain sight, streamed to thousands of viewers with no filter. The backlash was immediate. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok filled with calls for punishment, with fans demanding to know why the fight wasn't stopped sooner. This wasn't the kind of highlight reel Raja or his father expected. What should have been a breakthrough moment for his career instantly turned into the beginning of a legal nightmare. Instead of taking responsibility, Raja and his father quickly shifted the blame. In clips that surfaced after the fight, Raja and Rampage could be heard pointing fingers at the cameraman, claiming that he was the reason the incident got blown out of proportion. Raja's words, laced with frustration, targeted the very person documenting the fight, as if filming the incident was the real problem. But fans weren't buying it. The video clearly showed what happened, and no amount of blaming equipment or camera angles could change the reality of what millions had already seen. Even respected figures like UFC veteran Matt Brown chimed in, saying outright that if this had been anyone other than Rampage's son, the consequences would have been swift and unforgiving. Brown's blunt honesty resonated with fans who were tired of what looked like favoritism and cover-ups. At this point, it became clear Raja's attempt to deflect responsibility only added fuel to the fire. As outrage spread, another layer of controversy began to surface. Rumors of a cover-up. Reports started circulating online that event organizers had quietly discouraged witnesses and staff from cooperating with authorities. Whispers suggested that instead of focusing on the victims' well-being, management was more concerned with protecting their brand and the Jackson name. Allegedly, some people connected to the event were even told to keep quiet to prevent the situation from escalating further. This kind of behind-the-scenes damage control is nothing new in the world of combat sports, but in this case, it made things worse. Fans and media outlets accused organizers of trying to bury the story rather than seek justice. Social media users quickly pieced together quotes, screenshots, and videos that seemed to support the idea of a coordinated cover-up. The phrase, "protecting the guilty, not the victim," began trending among fight fans. Instead of calming the situation, these allegations raised even more suspicion about what else might be hiding beneath the surface. No matter how hard they tried to keep the story quiet, the legal system quickly got involved. High-profile attorney and YouTube analyst Andrew Esquire, better known as Legal Mindset, broke down the possible charges Raja could be facing. According to him, the footage and witness accounts left little room for debate. At the lowest level, guarantee freedom. On top of criminal charges, there's also the civil side, meaning the victim could pursue damages in court. That could leave Raja and his family not just with potential jail time, but also with financial ruin. In short, the legal outlook was grim, and no amount of celebrity status could shield him from the reality of the courtroom. As legal experts weighed in, voices from the MMA world began to speak louder. Former UFC fighter Brendan Schaub openly admitted that while he wanted to defend Raja, especially out of respect for Rampage, there was simply nothing to defend. After watching the footage, Schaub said he had no words and no excuses that could justify what happened. Then came Kevin Lee, another respected fighter, who made it clear, if Raja were spared just because of who his father is, it would be unacceptable. Lee bluntly stated that Raja needed to go lay down, a phrase meaning he needed to serve real time and face real punishment. These statements hit hard because they weren't coming from random fans online. They came from people within the fight community who had first-hand experience with the brutality of combat sports. The message was clear. Support within the MMA world was slipping away, and the more people spoke out, the harder it became to defend Raja's actions. Behind all the legal talk and community backlash lies another uncomfortable truth: Raja's complicated relationship with his father. Rampage Jackson is known for his larger-than-life personality, but his tough love approach toward Raja has been criticized. In past streams and interviews, Rampage was caught publicly humiliating his son, sometimes joking, other times outright berating him in front of fans. Clips of Rampage saying he wanted another son or disowning Raja resurfaced, painting a picture of a strained father-son dynamic. Combined with the absence of his mother in much of his upbringing, many began to speculate whether Raja's reckless actions were fueled by years of emotional turmoil. Online forums and commentators debated whether mental health issues, fueled by family dysfunction, may have played a role in what happened during the fight. But here's the key question: does that provide an excuse, or does it just make the situation even more tragic? For many fans, Raja's struggles humanize him, but they don't erase accountability for his actions. Now, as the dust begins to settle, the fallout is clear. Raja's reputation has been severely damaged, and Rampage himself is facing criticism, not just as a fighter, but as a father. Public opinion is deeply divided. Some sympathize with Raja, arguing that mental health struggles and family issues played a role, and that he deserves another chance. Others argue that no amount of sympathy should overshadow the seriousness of his actions. Meanwhile, the legal process continues, and each development is closely watched by fans and critics alike. Every new headline fuels speculation about whether Raja will face real jail time or find a way out through legal maneuvering. But one thing is certain: this incident has cast a shadow over the Jackson legacy. What was once seen as a family destined to dominate combat sports is now a story of scandal, controversy, and downfall. And the question everyone is left asking is simple: what happens next? At the end of the day, this story isn't just about one fight or one reckless night. It's about accountability. It's about whether fame and family connections can shield someone from the consequences of their actions. For Raja, the outcome of this case could define not just his future, but how the public remembers his father as well. Will this be remembered as the moment Rampage's son carved out his own reputation for all the wrong reasons? Or will it become a turning point where he takes responsibility and rebuilds? Nobody knows for sure, but one thing is clear: the MMA world is watching closely, and The truth can't be hidden forever. So what do you think? Does Raja Jackson deserve a second chance? Or is this the end of his story before it ever really began? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, because this conversation is far from over.